muffins. So I have a subscriber request here to go through my top 5 most underrated premium tanks. So this is not OP tanks, this is not favorite tanks. So I really had to take a step back, scratch my head, go through the tanks, and really try to think of this list. This one actually took me a little bit longer to try to put together. So first off, right off the bat, I would have to say is the Defender Mark 1. This is a tank you really don't see very much on the battlefield. It's got excellent gun depression, 4-round autoloader, a great turret, good maneuverability, just a very capable and lethal medium tank in my opinion. I have it. It's really good. I don't play with it much, but I would consider this one to be underrated for sure. Next one is the Lycan, and the reason why I chose this one is just because of something I had learned about this that I don't think a lot of Blitz players know about, but the crew, from what I believe have seen in other YouTube videos and people testing this out, and even I have this tank, and but the crew, you can't have your crew knocked out in this. So you can't like lose your driver, your gunner, things of that sort, and you don't have to use one of your repair or healing kits to bring them back because they can't get knocked out, which is actually quite incredible. It's got good gun depression. I think it's got fairly good turret armor. So honestly, like one thing probably a lot of people don't know about this tank that actually does make it, I believe in my opinion, quite underrated. Next, I would have to say is the Chrysler K. The combo of armor to maneuverability in this thing just blows me away. And in those regards, if you look at this thing's engine power to weight ratio, it's actually faster than even some mediums at its tier, which is incredible. If a medium tank tries to get up and go and get away from it, this heavy tank, this thing could actually, its get up and go speed is faster than some mediums, which is incredible. So one thing that probably a lot of people don't know about, and its traverse and everything, is actually this thing is very quite maneuverable. And it's got like pretty good speed for how much armor this thing has. Next, I would have to say is the Panzer 4S or the Star Chaser. This thing has one of the best DPMs of its tier and type, 10 degrees of gun depression, a decently sized gun mantlet, spaced armor sides to protect it from HE rounds, but the DPM, you can really rip tanks apart. And a lot of the times, I don't think people realize that, or even realize this thing also has 10 degrees of gun depression, which can make this thing quite lethal. And then lastly, I would say is the Matilda Black Prince. Now that probably catches maybe a bit of people by surprise, but the reason why I picked this thing is this thing has about 400 to 500 more DPM than all of the other tanks of its tier and type, which is just incredible. I know sometimes when I get in front of this thing, is like I'm getting hit by a machine gun. Not really, but it is really fast and kind of annoying. And it's one of those tanks that you see, it's in the store or whatever, and you just kind of pass it up. It's like, nah. But honestly, this thing is a beast. This thing has a little over 2,000 DPM for its tier. So this is my personal opinion on my top 5 most underrated premium tanks in Blitz. This is the Muffin here. Let me know what your guys' top 5 are in the comments below. And you guys stay cool and keep tanking.